Well, hopefully I'm showing as live. I'm not sure if I am or not because Twitch is having an issue. They were having an issue earlier that was saying that people were going live, but it wasn't showing so. That they fixed the problem, and it's not because I just pulled up my phone and I was showing absolutely nothing. So if you are in chat right now, if there's anyone in there who can hear me, if you're lurking, you can go back to lurking. Just let me know if you can, if I showed live at all or not, because that would greatly help out. I would definitely appreciate it. Because on mobile, I don't think I'm showing as live. Let me take a look. Alright, it looks like I'm showing live right now. Let me take a look. Yeah, I'm on a delay on mobile. Alright, it looks like I'm showing live right now. Okay, so that's good at least. At least I'm showing live on mobile, so hopefully that's still the case. So what is up? Sorry about the delay getting started. I had to let Twitch know that there was a problem where I was not showing live to people, and it just finally kicked in after being live for 5 minutes or so, 5-6 minutes. So I'm going to give it a little bit more. We're going to do starting soon. We're going to start at 30, we'll just say 38. We'll give it 5 more minutes. So I apologize to anybody who may be in chat right now. Unless I'm not, if I'm not showing live or anything, but if you follow my Twitter or social media and saw that I'm live, that's cool. But if you saw that I was live on Twitch, let me know, because if not, I'm just going to delay it for about another 5 minutes just to make sure people can show up who want to watch the stream. And then we'll get started up. But if you're in chat right now and if you saw that I was live, let me know. I'll just jump right into what I wanted to do and we'll get moving on. I won't delay your time anymore. But till then, till I get a response, or if I get a response, I will continue playing some more Super Nintendo music. Pilot Wings. Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to presume that I'm live right now, or showing that I'm live. I really don't know. Twitch is having problems, so if you are in chat, please let me know if anyone's in there, because I am trying to get a hold of Twitch support and let them know what's going on. Because they are having a continued problem where people are going live, but they are not showing up. I mean, I searched for Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, and it's coming up nothing. Ground Zeroes. Let's open up another link. Okay, cool. It's showing me live now. Okay, so it's showing up there. Excellent. Let's get the stream started. This is where if you're lurking, just let me know, then go back to lurking. It's all good. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be starting up on Ground Zeroes tonight, and then possibly maybe the first level, the Phantom Pain. This is Metal Gear Solid 5. But I am skipping Peace Walker. I do not like Peace Walker, the game, whatsoever. And there's a little bit of plot to it there. It's not a whole lot. It's not really complicated. So I'm just going to play a real quick video just showing you what the plot is. It takes like 2.5 minutes. So let's get that rolling real quick.
10 years ago, the Times rejected the boss and killed her. And now, we're the ones being tested. Will the Times erase us? Or work with us? It's gonna be a lonely battle. No good or evil. No winners or losers. Business will have to wait. The question we have to ask ourselves now is, can we survive long enough to see the 21st century?
I'm with you, boss.
Flash forwards to 1974, where Boss has cut all his ties with the CIA and formed Militaires Sans Frontières, an army without borders, free from government schemes. Along with his new partner, Kazuhira Miller, the two are approached by Ramon Galvez and Paz to repel what seems like CIA activity in Costa Rica. Galvez admits that he was in fact sent by KGB and offers a base in the Caribbean for MSF services. Believing that CIA is gathering warheads, Snake recruits the local rebels along with Amanda and Chico, who will later play a part in Metal Gear Solid 5. It is revealed that a man named Hot Coldman is the mastermind behind the operation and the titular Peace Walker. The eponymous mech is developed by Huey Emmerich, who later joins MSF. The Peace Walker is a nuclear deterrent device that can launch its own nuke instantly where someone else in the world launches another one. It is revealed that Peace Walker's AI is modeled after the first boss herself. The mech is fed fake data by Coldman to launch a nuke and to provoke the US, but eventually Snake stops the Goliath, which later on self-destructs, as Boss would. Soon after, MSF starts construction of their own deterrent, Metal Gear Zeke. Sometime after, Zeke, controlled by Paz, attacks the Mother Base, as Paz was in fact a double agent for the Patriots, a group that Big Boss formed with Major Zero after the St. Hieronyma incident, but which he left 2 years later. When Big Boss was in a coma back then, because reasons, a sample of his DNA was taken for the Enfant Terrible project. In this project, Eva, the one from Metal Gear Solid 5 and another Patriot, became a surrogate mother for Boss's clones, Solid, Liquid, and Solidus, who play vital roles in Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. Anyway, back to the 70s. Zeke is destroyed and Paz falls down into an ocean. Big Boss continues to run the army for hire, which will later improve upon Gene's idea, and form Outer Heaven.
Well, actually, Paz is not jailbait, to be honest. She's actually an adult. She just looks extremely young, which is why she was recruited to be that way. Why she was recruited to infiltrate, because she looks like a teenager, but she's actually like in her 20s, early 20s. So, now you know, if you didn't know the story behind Peace Walker, now you do. That's the entire plot. It's really simple, real quick. So we're going to get into it, and here we go. Ground Zeroes. Yeah, so Peace Walker, I am not a fan of. I did not like it. I played it on PSP, actually emulated it, and the 360 version that came out is better because you have the right analog stick for the camera now, whereas you don't have that in the PSP because PSP only had one stick. And I mean, it was a definitely graphical improvement, but I just didn't like the story. It was just really kind of weirdly paced. It was designed to be episodic, so you could play the game quickly and quit and then come back to it because it's a portable handheld. So I was not a fan of Peace Walker, so I just figured, I found a video online that just showed the quick rundown of the entire game in like 3 minutes, and that's all you really need to know. There is also a game called Portable Ops, which takes place before Peace Walker, and all you need to know for that is that there was some guy who was really charismatic that somehow had the boss's genes, which doesn't make sense because it was before Leopold Talib, and which is where they make the clones of Solid and Liquid, and he basically gives Boss the idea of, hey, you should make a nation where there's like, everyone's a soldier, you don't have anyone to worry about, everyone's their own person, totally anarchy, go for it. And that's the entire thing, and you meet the Colonel, that's it. That's all you do in that game. True. Alright, so let me know if I need to make another adjustment to audio or anything. Well, that's the thing, you get introduced to Kazuhiro Miller, who got severely retconned. I mean, they started it with that one because Kojima wanted to say, hey, it's Kazuhira. Kazuhira is Japanese for peace, like for peacemaker or peaceful. And he changed his name from McDonald to that and just changed his entire backstory, everything. He wasn't originally half Japanese or anything like that, so that's where Kojima started to really screw with all the story. It's a control type. Control settings, vibration off, good. Okay. Controller speaker off, good. I want that to play through the speakers so you guys can hear it. So this is the PlayStation 4 version. I am not playing the PC because on PC I have like 4 forward operating bases in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and you can only have one save file. So I am playing it on PS4. I wiped out my old PS4 save, but for Ground Zeroes, I'm not doing that. I'm just playing this. I'll just replay the first mission, which is basically the first mission of the game. Metal Gear Solid 5, the first mission got broken off to basically be sold separately with some additional side missions, like, eliminate some people, rescue Kojima, things of that nature, because Konami needed the money. Seriously, they really needed the money. They were about to go under. So they broke off the first level. They knew it was going to be about another year or two before the game would ever be released, and they had to get some money coming in. So this is why we have Ground Zero. So this is technically the first level of the game, and certain things have changed from this to when the game was finished. Controls and layouts and so forth are slightly different, but this is technically the first level of the game. Oh yes. What's really interesting is that the opening song that plays during the cinematic when you're riding around, Here's to You, I learned that if you weren't around for Metal Gear Solid 4 ending last night, that song is the ending song to Metal Gear Solid 4. I completely forgot about it because it had been 10 years since I had last played it completely. So, see, under orders from the U.S. government, her final apprentice, Naked Snake, took her life, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is all backstory that we already know. So I'll let this rock out. Once again, let me know if any type of audio adjustments need to be made. If the game is too loud or I'm too quiet or whatever, let me know. Okay, just adjust it a little bit downward. Let me know if that's better for you, T. Wallace.
told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long. Here. You earned it.
Hear the dulcet tones of a man with vocal cord polyps, indeed. It's a glorious thing to behold.
How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier. Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
Her voice is completely shot. That's why she's quitting singing. She completely destroyed it during the recording of 21. If you listen to her album 19 and then 21, you can hear the stress she put herself underneath. And her last album is just nothing but auto-tune. I mean, she's hitting a note. She can hit that note normally, but the human voice has variance and wavering to it. And they use auto-tune. It's just like flat tone all the way through. She has wrecked her voice trying to sing gospel. If you don't have naturally built vocal cords for it, like Mariah Carey or Aretha Franklin did, you can destroy yourself so quick. And that's exactly what Adele did. So, I mean, you gotta be careful. Like, for me, my problem is I had laryngitis, strep throat, laryngitis. And I talked through all of it. I completely lost my voice 100%. And my ENT doctor's like, you need to not say anything for 6 weeks or you're gonna lose your voice 100%.
She was rescued by a Belizean fisherman.
So when I got my voice back, I sound like I do now. I used to sound completely different.
Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil. And out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
Yeah, but like, go back and listen to Aerosmith's first album. It's like, wow, this sounds like Aerosmith, but who the hell is this singing? They're amazing.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved, bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
Yeah, I was thinking Joe Perry for a second there, and like Aerosmith. Because, I mean, he did blow out his voice with alcohol and drugs. He screwed himself up with that. I mean, if you listen to, like I said, if you listen to Aerosmith's first album, ooh. But yeah. Yep, I got those mixed up. But still, either way, those two people did blow out their voices, regardless.
Trojan horse is in. Crackdown to go! Move!
You know, I'm used to seeing this on, like, the PC, which looks amazing. This looks really good still for PlayStation 4, but they did change the graphical engine from this to 5 when 5 released, you know, in full, the Phantom Pain. It doesn't look as good as this one.
Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring them back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point.
Yeah, she'll still look good, but I'm used to PC also because you can try out things like depth of field, motion blur, which you can't do on the console, unfortunately. But Ground Zeroes, what I'm playing right now, did change graphic engine-wise before the Phantom Pain came out, because Phantom Pain looks good, doesn't look as good as this game, as this first opening level, unfortunately.
Nature of the mission needs backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then.
The level of detail basically took a slight little hit. It's not too bad, but it's definitely noticeable when you play them back to back.
I'm in front of the prison camp.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Oh, hell no. Nope, didn't buy it, not gonna buy it. Will not be playing it because I don't own it, and not going to own it.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Now, what they should have done, if, you know, Kojima and David Hayter didn't have a little spat, was have David Hayter voice Snake or Big Boss in this part. You know, for this first opening level, and then have his voice change to Kiefer Sutherland for the second part. Because you can write it off as vocal cord damage from the crash that you'll see at the end of this. But unfortunately, like I said, Kojima and David Hayter don't really like each other, so it was a souring relationship. Nah, he's not the worst. David Hayter to me was starting to become, like, almost become a parody of himself, like with his voice.
Mission info has been updated.
This is an infiltration mission. You've got to stay out of sight. Before you go any further, use your binoculars
Sniper
to
rifle.
recon the area.
Rocket launcher. So normally you don't have these, but... Alright, so I need to turn off the light. Don't need that. Move that up. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got an iconic voice.
You can check the controls on the pause screen. What do you see? Press the call button to get more intel. It's a guard. Don't let him see you. Avoid combat whenever possible.
And I noticed, like, everything is, like, curved around the edges. That's another little graphical touch that got removed. I don't know. Probably just still random voice work.
Who are they with? Beats me, man. Green Berets.
I've heard him do some other stuff, so...
Those ain't no jarhead birds, I can tell. Some paramilitary.
very directional.
Some of the guys are saying.
Running. Oh no, I got caught! I'm still trying to figure out the controls. Okay, because I'm used to, like I said, I'm used to playing this... No, actually, I wanted to avoid it here, but I don't remember what the controls are for PlayStation 4, because I'm used to playing this on Xbox 360 gamepad, and things are slightly different for Ground Zeroes to the Phantom Pain, so I'm like, what are my controls again? So I expected to get caught there and to be honest, but let's do restart here real quick. Alright. So keep starting me off with the light on, don't want that.
You've got to stay out of sight.
Oh, okay.
Before you go any further, use your binoculars to recon the area. What do you see? Press the call button to get more intel.
Oh no! Actually, those two guys didn't talk to each other this time.
You can check the controls on the pause screen.
Or I could have done that, sure. Now, it's also interesting too is that in this game, your bullets, your bullets and your tranquilizer rounds have massive flight time. So, in the Phantom Pain, when you shoot somebody, it's almost instantaneously that you can see the bullet going to them. It's a lot faster. In this game, you can just see it slowly arcing through the air. Sometimes they'll get out alerts on you just because the flight time for the dart just took too long to get it to them.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
Also, when you take somebody, like in the Phantom Pain, to interrogate somebody, you can just kick them and then... Let's see. Nope, wrong one. There we go. You gotta use the touchpad in order to pause. So in the Phantom Pain, you can kick somebody, pull a gun on them, and they'll stay on the ground. This game, they have to stand all the way up, then you can hold them up, then they'll put their hands up and surrender. It's really kind of weird. No, I don't want that. What mission? That's this one. Okay, so... Oh, never mind. I take back everything I said.
Speak.
The map has been updated.
There should be, like, a car coming by pretty soon. Unless it already came by and I wasn't paying attention.
Now head east to the old prison area.
You can't tell me what to do.
The target's location on your iDroid. Head for the old prison. You'll find the targets there.
Thanks, man. Knocks you out cold. Just like that.
Contact me if you need advice.
Gun? Yes. Couldn't get him to tell me anything else.
Also, your gun's not as accurate. They did fix that up from Phantom, like for Phantom Pain.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
Look, what do you make of that? Got it. Let me check it out.
Really? I am doing terribly. My God. No, you cannot get dog tags from interrogated soldiers. That was only Metal Gear Solid 2, possibly 3? Definitely 2 for sure. Alright, I need to start playing better. Oh wow, why did it pop me right here next to the fence?
You'll find the targets there.
Tried to lead the shot, can't do that.
You should move the bodies of enemies somewhere out of sight.
Why am I... There we go. Say, why am I not hitting him? Okay, here comes that car. I can hear it.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right.
You do a little bit later on, but not in the first introductory level. You don't Fulton anybody out. Yeah, you don't Fulton until the Phantom Pain. Around like the second or third mission. This is like it's really weird.
CQC is effective for dealing with nearby enemies. Head for the old prison. You'll find the target. You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. His life is in your hands. Contact me if you need advice. That rain just won't let up. It'll help you stay out of sight, but watch you don't get hypothermia.
Weird door opening. Okay. Grab that.
You've got explosives. They'll pack enough power to destroy their anti-air defenses or vehicles.
What are these? Smoke grenades. Meh.
Take a good look at the enemy through your binoculars, and you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them. But it only
Yeah, like the
works if
light
you
glare
stop and take
definitely
the time
got
to
toned
focus
down
your
for the
attention.
Phantom Pain.
This helps you
Okay,
maintain
got him.
situational awareness. Try it.
Yeah, like the lighting engine definitely got tweaked. I mean, it's a visual notification that, of course, you're possibly being spotted or there's a light shining in your area. But it's just way too bright here. This is like J.J. Abrams level of lens flare. Come on, dude, go down. I know you got hit. Oh crap. Wow, I can't believe how terrible I am at this game. I am shocked. It's like, ah, this will be a cakewalk, and I'm like, this is like, what, the 4th restart?
This is an infiltration
Where am I?
mission. You've got to stay
Good
out of
lord.
sight.
Okay.
Head for the old prison.
Drops you and you're like,
Targets there.
what's going on? Okay, that guy's still alive. I mean, I'm not killing him, but... And your tranquilizer gun has like a horrendously huge drop to it.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
Oh yeah, well like I said, this game is really different
Take a good look at the enemy through your
from the
binoculars,
Phantom
and
Pain.
you can mark him. Marked enemies can be sensed when nearby, even if there's a wall between you and them. But
It
only
doesn't
works if
seem
you
like it
stop
by
and take
watching a
the time to
gameplay,
focus
but I
your
mean, but when you
attention.
play it, it's like you can
This helps
feel
maintain
there's a massive
situational
difference.
awareness. Try it. Contact me if you need advice.
So I think there's trank darts here. Yes, good. Alright. Yes. Just shoot him in style. Well, I can when I start the Phantom Pain, at least.
That's the old prison area. The targets are there.
I will say, like, snapping in the first person, though, feels like a lot snappier. I don't think I got him. Oh, maybe I did. Or that was the guy inside the fence who may have dropped.
Boss, we've been in touch with Amanda. We had her listen to
Whoa!
Nico's call.
Go for a swim.
She agrees with us. She said, I know my brother and I know when he's lying. She also had a message for you. I'm ready for the worst. Sounded a little too cheerful to me.
I gotta say, though, in this game, there is a satisfying crunch when you shoot somebody in the head, which sounds absolutely horrible, but it's like, it's true. It's like, it's just a crunch. It's like, you know you hit them in the head. You know it's a headshot at that point. So weird having depth of field on it. Like I said, I turned this off on PC. It's like my computer can handle it no problem, but it just looks... You don't have to deal with it trying to focus and do all this other crazy crap. Instead, you just turn it off and it looks better. But there's this cool like fisheye lens though around the corner that's not in Phantom Pain that I remember. It's just fascinating because this is literally like a look back at an early version of the game before... You know, it's like, what could have been. We don't usually get to see these type of things. There's usually a guy over here, I thought, but... So yes, Chico's over here. I know exactly where he's at. I'm gonna rescue these guys first, so I can transfer them over, because whoever you rescue here actually gets transferred onto your Phantom Pain file save. Which I actually missed one person earlier, but that's alright, I'm not gonna worry about it. They were over at the first place I was trying to run to. I liked L.A. Noire. I thought was an interesting game. It definitely has flaws to it. Like, for me, it was like the whole... I heard that they fixed it, like, because I played on the 360 when it was new. I used to have a GameFly account, so I rented it. But there was, like, you know, the truth, lie, doubt. And it's like, if you, like, pick, like, doubt, like, you just go, like, full insanely, like, psychopathic on them, like, what's wrong with you? I know you're lying! I'm like, whoa, back up, what happened here? Instead... Then they, like, changed it to something new, like, whatever, they patched it up, or whatever new released version of it, they changed it to make more sense, like, pressure, I think is what they changed it to. Or, like, you know, I think they changed it to pressure, so you're trying to put more pressure on them to spill their guts. But I hated driving in L.A. Noire. That, for me, was, like, the worst thing of all. It was, like, really twitchy. I would, like you, smash into everything, but, you know, I don't know if you're doing it intentionally, but... I was trying not to, and then there's a couple levels where you have to chase people down. Like, you know, you're driving after them in your car. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be racking up quite the damage bill. The captain's gonna be angry. Who didn't spot anybody? Neat. So, that voice, he's like, CP, sending somebody to investigate? They kept that all the way through even the Phantom Pain. So that guy's been around for like 9 years. Yeah, running after people is weird, gunplay is weird, but I did like the interrogation thing, so, I mean... Because at first, it's like, it's ridiculously easy to tell who's lying and not, but then later on, it definitely gets harder. So I thought that was a neat touch, is that, you know, because of course you're dealing with actors, so they can really pull it off, you know, if they want to be convincing or not, so you have to really be on your toes. I thought it was a really neat game, it was a good premise, it's something I'd like to see again, but really bizarre technology. Gotta take a quick drink. Really bizarre technology where they had like this super facial scan, so you have like super detailed faces that are just like glued onto these bodies that don't look quite right. Whereas like Kojima with the Phantom Pain did use facial scanning and body scans and did it a lot better. It's just how technology improved and how they decided to do it, because these actors had to sit in these chairs and not move and try to emote, and they said it was like super hard to do. Well, which one are your partners though? That's the thing, you have multiple partners. Oh, okay. So you've made it up to the detective, I take it? So, I mean, there's one murder case that you're still, like, on the beat, something like that, and you kind of solve and get put up to detective at that point. Oh, okay. Now I know where you're at. Yeah, so you're about, I think about close to halfway through the game? Or about maybe a third of the way through. I don't know if you've ever played this game before, so I don't really want to spoil it if you haven't. But it sounds like you may have already played it through before. I like the arson one. That was a fun case to do. Ah, yes. Oh, okay, yeah, so you know exactly where it's going to go with the German singer and so forth, so... Yeah, I played it on the Xbox 360, so I don't know how the PS3 version held up. But I will say the 360 was very, very glitchy, to put it mildly. I know this is boring, but like I said, this is going to play into Phantom Pain real quickly. It's worth the time to snag these people. Who, like I said, seriously, who is he spotting? Because I am over here. He's behind rocks. That's the guy calling me in. He is seeing making up ghosts, because it's not me. Pardon me. Alright, so let's go see Chico. Now, I do have a problem right here. He uses his flashlight. No operator would ever use a white flashlight. You use red because it's low visibility, so you can't see it long distance, but you can see up close. And two, it doesn't screw with your night vision as much. So, Special Operations, Army, they use red lanterns instead. This is also not a chokehold he puts him in. This wouldn't do anything. You'll see. Yeah, that does nothing. You can't knock somebody out. You can try to cut off the blood flow to the brain, but you're still not in a good position to do it. It's rather bizarre. Nah, I'll be nice to Chico. He's gonna die soon enough in a horrible explosion. The kid is not long for this world.
I got Chico.
And Paz.
Not here.
Are you sure?
Originally, Chico's body, or Paz's body, was supposed to be in the next cell just decomposing. But they decided to change it. They're like, that's a little too grim and dark, and we need to have something there other than grabbing Chico, so they moved it around so you had to get Chico out and then Paz.
Not gonna happen.
You'll have to carry him out there. Okay, Ron, change
The
your
double
plan.
Vulcan
Call
grip.
Chico over to the rendezvous point.
Spock was an amateur. The boss, he knew what he was doing.
Calm down.
Mission info has been updated.
Now, the thing is, if I shoot Chico, you can kill him, but then you start back at the last checkpoint, and you gotta get all those people out again, so... not too good to do. And I think magically there's also a soldier over here, too, so I gotta keep an eye out. It's either that or after the helicopter comes. So I need to be careful right here.
The RV's just a little further.
Okay, they're not over here just yet. Good.
Great. You reached the RV.
They killed her!
Put the door down
Great.
for a minute.
That's perfect.
Chico, where is Paz?
No, I don't want to listen to your mixtape.
She's dead.
When was this recorded?
She's dead.
He's like, I don't have a cassette player, I only have 8-track.
Okay, now use your iDroid to call the chopper.
Wow, so everyone spawned in at once, that was weird. Alright, iDroid. Wow, this looks way different. I mean, here's the thing I really like is that, let's see, aerial photo. I mean, it looks like a satellite image. See, can I zoom in? No, I can't zoom in. No, R3, zoom in, zoom out. I mean, it's like a satellite footage, and, you know, it just doesn't look like that in the Phantom Pain. You can still get a top-down view like this, but this looks like they actually took a satellite, which is neat. But their reasoning behind of why the iDroid menu changes is, of course, because it's been like 9 years since this and the start of the Phantom Pain, so there's been an upgrade. So it's kind of neat. Alright, so let's listen to... "10 minutes long." Ah, screw that. Agent's recording. What's this? Yeah, more boring stuff. So you can actually listen to it, and you basically find out like how scary a person's skull face is, which is why it's so disappointing that he is like a non-villain in the Phantom Pain. The rest of the game, it's such a disappointment. Because I mean, he is like in this game, he is like terrifying.
Please select a landing zone.
Well, trust, she's not dead.
Landing zone confirmed.
She's being tortured, but she's not dead at
Roger
all.
that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
But you can listen to her interrogation. They're asking her questions and stuff. And he's trying to get you to give up the location of where your mother base is. All these different things. You listen to him interrogating Chico, and it's like you learn one of the things that he did to Chico is he made Chico rape Paz. Because he knew, it's like, oh, you got a crush on this girl? Well, guess what? You're gonna rape her right now. You know, it's like at gunpoint, or I'm gonna shoot both of you. You know, just to traumatize him, just to screw him up more. So it's like you learn like what a truly evil person's Skullface is, and then at the end it doesn't matter because he's seen twice in the main game, and he's handily acted, and it's such a disappointment. There's such potential. This built him up to be this great, horrible villain to fight, and turned out to be nothing. so let's see. I think it's just circle. Okay, good. Yeah, because one of them will make the helicopter fly off. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Target's inside. Is that it? He's coming too. Roger that.
If you call in the helicopter before you get here with Chico, you put him in the airplane because you put him in the helicopter because he's here, and then he drops the tape, and you find out what's on the tape that way versus talking to him here in the cave. Yeah, basically you get that part there, except for it drops out for him.
You could give us a clue to Boss's location. Use your iDroid to listen to it.
On your feet.
Okay.
No, there's somebody over here.
Chico was taken out of his cage. Did he leave the tape recording while he was being moved? Paz might be up ahead. I hear vehicles. And a flag. Must be near the heliport.
Okay, he's down. Didn't plan on killing these guys.
A gate.
Hopefully he ignores this and just moves on. He won't see me here in the back, but if he stays on alert, it's going to be a while before he comes back to the truck. That guy over there is still spotting me. That has to be a bug at this point. Unfortunately, that stupid audio recording was too loud, so I couldn't tell how loud it was actually running. My footsteps were, so triggered this guy, but it looks like he's coming back now. Come on, dude, get in the car and drive.
Maybe Chico's tape can tell you something. What can you hear on it? Take a close listen. The helipad. That matches Chico's tape.
Okay, security camera.
The surveillance camera.
You can actually jump out here and go through the door over near where the flagpole is, but that's kind of risky. It's just better just to stay put.
That's the admin building. Watch your corners.
Wrong button.
You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him.
That's the wrong
His
button.
life is in your hands.
He dies. Okay. Switching back because now I have full anesthetic rounds, so I'll keep those.
Where the hell is Paz?
Okay, I hear footsteps, but I don't know where that person is. Oh, come on. Hey, it's Nimix, what's up? Yep, VIP. Yep. Of course, no problem. It's something new they started up for affiliates and what's it called? Partners. So La, 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 la. Red room, I have no idea. I don't think I've ever got into this room. Till now. Let's see. Ooh, shotgun. Neat. Directional mine. That could come in handy. I don't know when, but it could. In theory. Let's see. Smoke grenades. Mismatch.
Use a flare grenade to call the chopper to your current position. Just don't forget you might put it in danger of being shot down.
Cool. So you're still thinking at 1 o'clock, right? For December 1st? Okay. That works. So look at that flight time on this thing. Holy cow. So definitely they really sped it up for Phantom Pain.
Delta 2, this is CP. Give me a sit rep. Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
The dumpster's too small. Let's hide him back here. What? Who saw? Let's say who saw me? Okay, reload from checkpoint. No one saw me enter here, but magically they know where I'm at, so that's gonna be no win.
Let's find Paz. If she's
Okay,
dead,
where
we
the
need to see
hell
the
am I?
body for
Jeez.
sure.
Yeah, this game has a bad habit of just like we're reloading checkpoints and all of a sudden you're out of nowhere. Oh, and I don't have my non-lethal gun anymore. Nice. It took my tranquilizer gun away.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Zulu 1. We'll investigate immediately. Out. CP, this is Delta 4. Investigating now. Out. All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Really, you gonna do it?
CP, this is Delta 4. We've arrived on the scene. Checking the area. Over. CP, understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
Like, people's heads suddenly getting shot. That's very suspicious. Okay, let's see if I can get him back here instead. Okay, that guy's just suspicious. And he's perfectly fine now. That's good. There's nothing to see. I wasn't planning on going on a rampage, but unfortunately they took away my Trent gun. So they brought this upon themselves. I hope they're happy. Huh. That door is still wide open. Okay, good, because I know that there's going to be a patrol coming right through here in just a moment. Here they are, 1 and 2.
Hey, we get confirmation on that garbage disposal yet?
Yeah, they just took care of it.
Alright, getting back up top. Stay here and keep watch. You got it.
Gonna have to ambush this guy. Considering this is a speedrun? No. Too much RNG for me. Gotcha. Surprise! And he was. Nope, just playing through all the Metal Gear Solid games, and this is technically the very first level of Metal Gear Solid 5. The Phantom Pain, as it later be known as. This is called Ground Zeroes. Probably not. I mean, I tend to do like more action games, so... I just play these games to have fun. As I viciously murder some soldier just doing his job. There's one more guy down here, I'm not sure. Ooh, that's interesting too. Metal grates make sounds in these. That got removed out for Phantom Pain. That did not stay. Okay, so this is straight shot. Okay, here we go. Here's pause. True. Races are usually fun to watch. Usually. Ow. I love Splinter Cell 1, but watching a speedrun of that is just like Glitch City. So I'm like, yeah, that just takes too much stuff. Especially watching Iceplug play, because it's like constant resets. But I love the very first Splinter Cell. That and the third game, Chaos Theory. Pandora Tomorrow, the second game, was just garbage. Wow, that music got real loud. Interestingly enough, Splinter Cell actually changed how Metal Gear Solid games were made.
Boss, get Boss onto the helicopter.
Because what was going on is that Kojima was doing the top-down view constantly, and then you had Splinter Cell come out, which is a full 3D camera in a stealth game, and everyone's like, wait, we can do a 3D camera? Why are the Metal Gear Solid games still top-down? So Kojima went back and released a subsistence version of Metal Gear Solid 3, which had a 3D camera. Alright, so I need to get Paz out of here. Put you down right here. I need to go murder some people. Okay, I guess they're not coming. There they are. That guy on the stairs, though, really kind of screwed me up. The timing is off. I guess it's just how long it took me to get here. But usually you can grab that, get that first guy who went up the stairway before he goes up there. I think it's a nice little touch. So, I mean, I really don't need moderators anyway. I think I just gave one to like 2 people I know, like when I was first starting off, I never revoked them. Oh, you saw a dead body? Come on, you... Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Alright, I gotta go Rambo. Hi. Yeah, because I mean, it's like I said, it's like basically I have a streams that are usually 5 people or under. So you never know exactly how long, like how much moderation you really need. But if you get somebody like YKB who's got people in the 20s or so, then that can really kind of change things around. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. That doesn't sound like a hurt pain. Yeah. That doesn't sound like you're in pain there, Paz. That sounds a little bit, yeah, a little more adultish. I mean, if I ever got that big for, you know, like where I needed like a moderator, you'd definitely be on the list, so would T. Wallace and Solveron. The OGs, so to speak. Alright, so murdered everybody here, took out the security cameras, because normally this is a real pain in the butt to get around the security cameras. Pop her in here. There's still a chance when I'm trying to drive out of here that the guards can shoot her in the head. I've had that happen. Just a random stray bullet because they see me go flying out of here at full speed, and then next thing it's like, oops, she's dead. Alright, so what I'm going to do is call in the helicopter right now. The cave, because Morpho takes a long time.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
Okay. Oh man, cars handle so differently. Not used to this. Run, little man, run. Whoa, camera, what happened? Where am I looking? Hi. Grab her, please. Thank you. Run, Snake. Yeah, that camera really screwed things up. Alright, so... Good. So, we should be good. They can't hit you back here in the cave, so it's not a problem. Morpho, where are you at? I thought I called you to where I was, buddy.
This is Morpho. No targets remaining. Ending attack run and we'll stand by at LZ. This is Morpho. Have arrived at LZ.
What are you talking about? Dude.
Please select a landing zone.
Why did you... No?
Landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This game has been glitching a little bit tonight.
This is Morpho. On station at LZ. Making forced landing. Stand by. Put the target on the chopper.
Mission
Okay, we're out. So it took about 60 minutes, couple of restarts, 4 of them to be honest, and as you can see on the screen. Alright, so next up, this is all loading up the next parts, the cutscene that explains what happens to you between now and the Phantom Pain. Well, all you missed was the helicopter didn't go where I called it, had to call it to where I was, and we got out and escaped. Ah yes. I presume you ran to the bathroom or nearest trash can because OSHA doesn't apply and I don't judge. It's like when I was a work-at-home supervisor, people call me like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" I'm like, "No, you have a trash can. OSHA doesn't apply to you." Like, you don't need to call me, just go. Put yourself on Make Busy and run to the bathroom. It's your house. Go for it.
She's rigged. Damn it, we were set up.
We gotta get it out. No time for anesthetic. We have to open her now.
Hold her down. Hold her down!
No, Chico, don't grab her crotch. Yeah, if you're squeamish, this might get to you.
Keep her gut in.
There's a reason. It's hardcore. Skullface put a bomb inside of her. Said Skullface was such an evil villain, especially in this one. You listen to the tapes, you find out like how scary of a person this guy is. And then for the rest of the game, you see him twice. And he's like he's a laughing stock. He's a nobody. It's like such potential is wasted.
Control tower, this is Morpho 1. All hummingbirds are on the wing. We'll shake hands.
So, I mean, if he's
and back to the cave.
willing to put a bomb into a person just to blow you up, that just shows how, how evil he really is. We're being...
Zeke's on the seafloor along with a nuke. Everyone's got their story straight. The guided tour will be wrapped up by the time you get home.
Make me proud.
So there's supposed to be a weapons inspection going on at your mother base, but it's basically you're hiding your Metal Gear that you have and your nuclear missile from them. But it turns out it's not really an inspection. Excuse me.
Do you copy? Can't get through. The link seems fine, but...
Skullface's army is attacking your base.
Inspection was nothing but a smokescreen. I heard explosions, then... They played us like a damn fiddle! Give it back! This isn't right, that was ours! We built it, damn it! You spying bitch! Come on, start talking, bitch! Come on, get up and start talking!
Bob, there's...
It's all right, we got it out.
There's another in my...
2 bombs. One inside her abdomen and one inside the genitals. Skullface is such a nice guy. Oh yeah, it's hardcore. Oh, wait till you see the next one. It's like the beginning of like the Phantom Pain is like straight out of a horror movie just about. It's crazy. The rest of the game doesn't have that tone, but it's like it's really intense. It's great. I think it's one of the best opening levels. Well, it'd technically be the second level, but it's like really intense like opening level for a game. Really sucks you in. So when this...
Your favorite song?
I'll let it play for a second.
Nicolas Bart. Immigrants wrongly executed. But their deaths served as a message to others. That ours is a society that murders the innocent.
This is Skullface talking, by the way. The guy who did all this.
Do you too believe your sacrifice will change the world?
So when this came out, the game was still about a year away from being released. This is technically the first, like, this is supposed to be all together as one game, but Metal Gear Solid 2 Metal Gear Solid 5 got split into 2 games. The first opening level, like right now, and then the rest of the game. So, yeah, this was like supposed to be the original introduction, but this was released a year ahead of time. They had to get money coming into Konami because they were in financial problems, and development was still taking a lot of time. So, got through, saw that, and it's like, oh, now you gotta wait like a year plus for the rest of the game to come out. It was hard. It was like, especially when you see all that, you're like, what comes next? I can't remember if there's another little ending part to this or not, so I will let it rock out while I grab the Phantom Pain, which I'll put in and start up in a second. So I looked it up real quick. There was actually, like I said, this was supposed to be all one game. It got split up. Well, let's start here and stop what I'm going to think about. Okay, so Konami did release a complete edition, which has the entire game put back together. So it's basically Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain, all together in one. So you don't have to stop and swap discs or anything like that. But I think they released it like a year after it came out, and people were still pretty angry with what happened between Konami and Kojima, the guy who created the game series. So I don't know how well that sold. I wasn't going to buy it. I already had it on PC, so... Speaking of that, this game only has one save file, which is why I'm playing it on the PlayStation 4, because on PC I have a really well developed four forward operating bases and everything else. But I haven't played the PS4 version in like 2 years, so I just deleted out that save file, so it'll be like a fresh start. Yeah, if I remember correctly too, Ground Zeroes here, actually, when it came out, it was released, sold for $30 for, yeah, it was $30 for the PlayStation 4 version and Xbox One. It also came on the Xbox 360 and PS3, but that version cost $20. The big difference is, of course, graphics. It still looks good on the last generation 360 and PS3, but the frame rate is cut in half, because the games run on new consoles and PC 60 frames, old consoles run 30. So that is pretty much the big part there. This engine's pretty good. I mean, you get a lot of detail out of it. But when I start up the Phantom Pain in a second, whenever the credits get done, just to make sure I'm not missing anything, there is a visual downgrade. I mean, like I said, this came out, Ground Zeroes was released about a year, couple of months before everything else came out. Pardon me, so there was some more changes done to the game engine. So this looks like really phenomenal still, even on PC. It looks just as stunning. But they did have to tune down the details just a little bit in order to make everything fit, even though it's technically an unfinished game. Leave it to Kojima! Let's have a credit scene that takes forever for a 60-minute gameplay. Okay, getting the music, so that should be almost the end of the credits. Traditionally, that's usually how credits are. Okay, there was something.
Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact Big Boss. Tell me where he is. Where is Cypher? Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak, I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is...
Yeah, so they keep calling Zero Cypher. It's another crazy retcon Kojima thought of. He's like, well, I didn't like the Zero name, so let's change it to Cypher instead and use both names. Really screw people up. Now history that's scrolling way too fast.
Don't you die on me, damn it! He is dropping! Intubate, now! Clear!
Pardon me. Take a sip and it goes...
No response. Hit him again! Clear!
I'm a pirate now.
You've been in a coma for quite some time. Yes, I know. You would like to know how long. I'm afraid it's been 9 years.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting.
You know your credits are long when your controller disconnects. Okay. So this should be putting me back to the main menu. Hopefully. Come on, keep loading. You can do it. There we go. So let's close the application. Yep. And get ready to switch out. Disk. Put in the Phantom Pain. Update Twitch. Let's see. Phantom Pain update, and away we go. So I like this game a lot. It is, despite its flaws of being way not finished. I mean, we're talking like this game was only probably about 60% completed. But I do enjoy it. Let's see. Brightness appears to be okay. I should be able to adjust it anyway. Later on if I need to, so. Terms of use. Sure, I read all that nonsense. Of course I did. I'm a speed reader. I don't even need to scroll down. It's already read. I'm that fast. Online events I won't be able to do for some time because I'm not ranked up high enough. DLC's been added. No, I don't want to do Metal Gear Online. Last time I played that, it was just filled with hackers and cheaters, and it's insane. Basically, you run around and shoot each other like any other deathmatch. But it's just like you'll have people hiding through the geometry, shooting you through walls, things you can't normally do. And to my knowledge, they've never patched it or fixed it. Konami just didn't care at all. They're like, yeah, whatever. The game online's a buggy mess, whatever. Cheaters running rampant, don't care. So let me know once again if I need to make any type of audio adjustments.
Mayday! Mayday! Controls unresponsive. Tower, do you read? Shit. Comms are down.
Okay, perfect. So you never know, like, how, whenever you switch games, how much is going to be off, because it sounded, like, really loud to me, so I had to lower down my personal headphones.
PlayStation.
Which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face. The man who sold the world.
So you can't look around right now. It's like your vision's still coming back. But while I'm letting this awesome version of Man Who Sold the World play out, my cousin, or actually my nephew, is bored, so I'm letting him borrow my 360, so I'm working on getting that unplugged while this plays out. So that's what I'm doing. Sit back and relax.
Kiweksemy.
Dude, I like that song. Why? Because she hates music.
V has come to.
V has come too.
Alright, so let's make sure none of the wonderful stuff here is on that we don't need, like vibration. That goes off. Let's see, controller speaker off, that's good, don't want that. Horse commands, horse controls, radio control, I have no idea what those are, so I'm not going to touch those. Correction off, don't want that. Does keep viewpoint. Oh, okay, so if it goes back and remembers to aim down the barrel. Let's see, camera type. Camera shake off. Don't want to give people motion sickness. So if you run, I haven't turned off for, you know, ground zeros, but if you run with this or drive, it just starts bouncing all over the place. Like you're watching a Bourne movie. Okay, so that's fine. Display settings. Good. Okay. Looks like we are good to go.
Who is me?
Let me know if you want me to turn on subtitles for all voices. I should have thought about that before I started up. Instead of just foreign.
Can you hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking?
I'll turn up the game volume for now.
Move your head.
No, I can't move my head.
Just nod if you can hear me.
No, I can't hear you.
Look up, please. Very good. How do you feel now? Can you speak? What is your name? When were you born? Can you recall?
Now this actually adds into something later on, like you get a little cutscene, so I'm not going to put in my actual birth date. I'm going to put in something a little bit further from now, or a little closer to the now. Let's see. It's going to take a while to play through. We'll say 29th. November 29th. So the name basically goes for your online, but
Good.
the birth date does have
Now
something
then.
in the game.
Please try to relax. There is plenty of time. I need to tell you something. Please listen and try not to panic. You've been in a coma for quite some time.
Alright, looks like something happened here. Oh god, I was screwed up. Hold on. Gotta drop the stream real quick. Be right back.